I hope I deliver hope to the people that they can open another chapter in their life.
I think I deliver hope by finding out what individuals are in need of and listening.
I deliver hope by being very caring and compassionate and letting those individuals in need know that I'm there for them.
I deliver hope to the community by giving the community good Red Cross volunteers.
I think I help deliver hope for the American Red Cross by my total personal dedication to our organization. The American Red Cross delivers hope every single day.
The Red Cross is what happens next. We are here to help.
We could not do our job without volunteers. Volunteers are 98% of our workforce.
There's three things people can do for the Red Cross. We can give blood. They can give us money, which we're always in need of money. They can volunteer their time. Those three things are very, very important to the Red Cross.
Everything that we get accomplished is accomplished through volunteers.
Red Cross volunteers are there for people when they don't think they have anyone. They just give so much hope.
The Red Cross saves people's lives.
Dr. Chris and Dr. Mary are the dentists that run this practice.
My husband and I practice together.
We met freshman year of dental school. We were gross anatomy lab partners.
He's a really easygoing guy.
Well, she's funny and to the point. We're kind of a good match. We have a pretty busy practice. We see a lot of patients.
It was a regular day, just Valentine's Day, and I had my patient in the chair and almost finished with the appointment, cleaning her teeth, and everything was going pretty good. Dr. Mary was ready for the exam and she came in.
I go in there and I wash my hands and then I put on my gloves.
We keep the masks in our drawers, and when she came in, she opened the drawer and took it out and put it on.
I sat down in the chair and I started talking to the patient and I inhaled one of those fibers in the mask.
She started to, at first, trying to cough.
I tried to cough, and it still wasn't coming up.
First, I thought maybe she just had a little tickle in her throat, and I thought maybe she was just going to get a drink to get rid of that.
And when I tried to inhale, I heard that wheezing sound, and I thought, well, I'll just get a drink of water. So I stood up, went over to the sink, and I put some water in a cup, and I thought, God, what happens if this doesn't go down?
That's when she started looking like she was a little panicked.
I tried to cough again, and I just couldn't, and I was losing air volume. And then I looked at Jamesine.
I said, do you need some help? And she nodded. I didn't have to really think about it. I just went around and did the abdominal thrust. I just did it. You know, we had been trained for it, and I was prepared.
I have heard this from different lectures at dental seminars. You never know when a problem like this can occur, doctor, and you may be the victim.
Dr. Chris is our Red Cross instructor.
We do train our staff on a regular basis.
It makes me feel more empowered because I know that at that time of an emergency, I knew what to do.
If the brain doesn't get oxygenated through breathing and blood flow, you really have a very short period of time in which you can survive.
You don't want to have to think, okay, now what should I do?
We go through training every 6 months. We're prepared. We're always prepared.
If it weren't for the Red Cross,
it could have been awful. Anything could have happened.
The fact that she knew what to do and took the initiative to do it, I'm very grateful.
I'm glad that I knew what to do.
One of the key areas of Red Cross services is our Service to Armed Forces program. I'm very pleased that I can be part of an organization that interfaces with our armed forces on a daily basis.
I'm Michelle Marie Rodzitas. I'm a retired staff sergeant from the U.S. Army National Guard. In a sense, I sort of volunteered the particular mission that I went on. I remember lifting off the ground as we're flying at night, and all you could hear is the sound of the blades, which sounded like a heartbeat. That Sunday we get back to our barracks and our squad leader had told us that our team was going out with another squad. Although it was supposed to be our down day, our off day, we were sort of excited. We were coming back and we were, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes from our fob, and we were entering on Route Pluto, as it was called. And we were just getting ready to pass a site that's known for EFPs. The guys were like, "I love you," and the other one was like, "I love you too." At the same exact time, the bomb went off. Couldn't breathe, my lungs were collapsed. My eyelashes had fused shut from the heat. I actually had thought my legs were on fire. And that was last I remember till the next day. The next afternoon I woke up, there was a nurse next to my bed, and the first thing I asked her was which one. I knew one or both of my legs were gone, and she said, "Your left one." Within a few minutes or so, they were wheeling us out to get further care before we hit the States.
Wherever there are Armed Forces personnel, we have Red Cross personnel on site. So any rehabilitation facilities, hospitals around the world that are housing U.S. soldiers, we would have Red Cross staff and volunteers there to assist.
I spent a lot of time in my room. I just wasn't mobile or anything, so they would come to your room, and I remember them bringing me like bags of like soap and toothpaste, toothbrush. They brought stuff by the room to keep you busy, painting or coloring, or just something, so you're not just sitting there. A lot of the time I didn't have family and stuff there. I was pretty much there alone, so to know that you could turn to them, it's nice to know when I woke up that they would be there. Even if they're strangers, that they're there for you and there to help you and your comrades. I think they're just great people with kind hearts that do wonderful things for others.
We also supply almost 50% of the blood in the United States, but we cannot manufacture a unit of blood. We only get a unit of blood if volunteer blood donors come in, roll up their sleeves, and let us take that unit of blood.
I found out that summer day, and it was a beautiful day, and I remember telling my husband we're going to have another baby. And it's very exciting. It's happy and fun, and people are excited, and you know that day is coming, and you are full of hope and love. And then they arrive. After I had her, I saw a lot of doctors and a lot of nurses coming around, and there seemed to be more than the average. It was, day 2, I woke up and there was a cardiologist sitting next to my bed, and he said, I have this beautiful baby, and I was so excited to have her. And he introduced himself and he said, "Your daughter's gonna have to have surgery." And I was devastated. I heard what he said, and then I couldn't hear anything else that he said. She had something called tetralogy of Fallot, where you have a hole in your septum. I knew they were gonna have to go through, this bone right here. And then they were gonna have to take her heart out, and they were gonna have to put her on a heart-lung machine and make sure that she could live. Then they do the repair, and they put the heart back in there, and then they have to wire her sternum back together. During all that time, she lost a lot of blood. She had to have a blood transfusion during the surgery.
Anytime anyone has to go in for emergency surgery, it's critical that that blood supply be available.
There's no substitute for the basic human blood. I mean, what we have is the gift of life.
She can play sports, she can run and jump and do gymnastics.
Sometimes I go outside and do cartwheels, and that's fun.
And without the Red Cross blood that she received, she wouldn't be here. It saved her life. The Red Cross saved her life.
We are funded by the generosity of the American people. Without the generosity of the American people, we could not do what we do.
Thank you.